Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 116. In this video, I will be explain topic proteins. So let us start. We have to discuss about proteins. Proteins are the most abundant biomolecules of the living system. Okay, you already know about because proteins main sources of the proteins are milk, cheese, pulses, peanuts, fish, meat, etc. Okay, and they occur in every part of the body and form the fundamental basic of structure and function of the life. Okay, and it is necessary for our body because they also required for growth and maintenance of the body. Okay, the word protein is derived from Greek word proteos. Okay, the word protein is derived from Greek word proteos, which means primary or of a prime importance. Okay, Greek word. Okay, the word protein is derived from Greek word proteos and which means primary. So all proteins are polymers of alpha amino acid. Okay, whenever alpha amino acid combined each together and unit form, okay, polyunit form, so it is known as polymer of alpha amino acid, and so all proteins are polymers of alpha amino acid. So first example of the proteins, amino acids. Okay, because alpha amino acid, polymers of the alpha amino acid are known as proteins. Okay, so what is the amino acid? Amino acid contains amino group and carboxylic functional group. Okay, so amino acid combined to contain two groups, amino NH2 and carboxyl COOH, two groups, functional group. Okay, and depending upon the relative position of amino group with respect to the carboxylic group. Okay, so depending upon the position of the amino group with respect to the carboxylic group. Okay, so amino acid can be classified alpha, beta, gamma, delta and so on. Okay, only alpha amino acids are obtained on hydrolysis of protein. Okay, so whenever hydrolysis of the protein, then we have to obtain only alpha amino acid obtain. Okay, they may contain other functional group also, like this example, alpha amino acid, that is means NH2 group attach this carbon, so this is the alpha. Okay, so this is the alpha amino acid. Okay, clear? R is side chain B and this is the carboxylic group, so one amino group and one carboxylic group. Okay, then all alpha amino acids have trivial names. Okay, trivial names, that is means like C, which usually reflect the property of that compound or its source. Okay, like glycine, first example of the amino acid, glycine is so named since it has sweet taste. So in Greek way, glycose means sweet. Okay, so first example of the amino acid, glycine. So glycine is so named because it has sweet taste, and in Greek words glycose means sweet. Then second example is tyrosine. Okay, tyrosine was first obtained from cheese. Okay, glycine is sweet taste, so in Greek word glycose means sweet, so on the basis of the sweetness and Greek word glycose, so on the basis of the glycose it's named glycine. And then tyrosine was first obtained from cheese, and in Greek ways tyros means cheese, in Greek way cheese word is tyros, so on the basis of the tyros its name put tyrosine. Okay, then amino acid represented by 3-letter symbol. Okay, 3-letter symbol, and sometimes 1-letter symbol is also used. Okay, so some commonly example, so you only learn 3 letters and 1 symbol. Okay, like here example given, natural amino acid formula is this one, this carbon and this carbon is alpha, NH2 group attach this carbon, and this carbon attach also carboxylic group. Okay, amino group and carboxylic group both are attached this carbon, and this is the R side chain. Okay, this is the natural amino acid and depend on the group. See, first example is glycine, name of the acid glycine. Okay, so here on the basis of the side chain R, on the place of the R, H hydrogen attached. So this is the glycine form. So 3 letter symbol, starting letter 1 2 3 G L Y, gly. So 3 symbol letter and 1 letter code. So starting letter G. So this is the 1 letter code. Okay, 3 letter symbol and 1 letter code. Second is alanine. Alanine, when CS3 present on the R group. Okay, on the place of the R, CS3. So this is the known as alanine. So it's starting 3 letters ALA. So Ella, and then code is capital A, 1 letter code. Okay, then valine. Valine, that is means CS3 whole to CH present on the R. So val, its symbol, and then V, its code. Leucine, CS3 whole to ICH CS2. So LEU, it is a 3 letter symbol starting, and then capital A, its code. Then isoleucine. Isoleucine, that is means CS3 CS2 CH CS3 present on the R. ILE. Isoleucine, that is means iso, LE, that is means leucine. So ILE, this is the 3 symbol, 3 letters symbol, and then I, leucine, symbol of 1 letter code. Arginine. NH double bond C, NHCH2 whole 3, and then this carbon attach NH2. So arginine, so starting letter 3 org, so ARG, and then its symbol announced according to the arginine way, second letter small r, so capital R, its code. Then lysine. Lysine, NH2CH2 whole 4 attached on the place of the R, and starting letter LYS, so lys. Okay, so it is 3 letter symbol, and then K, its code. So you learn symbol, 3 letter symbol and 1 letter code, because some proteins, some amino acid are different. Then glutamic acid. Glutamic acid, that is means COOH CH2CH2 present on the R, and glue starting 3 letters, and then E, its code. So here you see this way different, this is way different code. Aspartic acid. Aspartic acid, COOH CH2 on the place of the R, ASP 3 letters symbol, and then its code is capital D. Then glutamine. Glutamine, that is means NH2CO CH2 CH2 present on the R, GLN, glutamine. Okay, and Q, its code. Asparagine. Asparagine, NH2CO CH2, so starting AS and small n. Okay, so AS and 3 letter symbol and capital N, its code. Threonine. Threonine, CS3CHOH, its side chain on the place of the R, and THR, its 3 letter symbol and capital T. Okay, then serine. Serine is an OHCH2, and then SER 3 letter symbol, and then S, its code, same. Okay, related of the name. And then cysteine. Cysteine, SHCH2 starting letter symbol CYS, cis, and then capital C, its code. Methionine, so S3CH3 SCH2CH2, so starting 3 symbol letter mat, and then capital M. Phenylamine. Phenylalanine, C, phenylalanine, so C6H5CH2 attach on the place of the R, and PHE, it is starting symbol, and then capital F, it's different. Tyrosine, POH, phenyl, para position, OH group attached, C6H4 phenyl group, and CH2. So TYR, it's 3-letter symbol, and capital Y, it's code. Okay. Tryptophan, that is means 2 benzene ring. So here, sorry, one 6-member ring and one 5-member ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so both are attached, and then this 5-member ring, one side NH and one side CH2 attached. So this is the tryptophan, and then it's TR and then P, it's 3-letter symbol, and its code is capital W. Okay. Then histidine only for difference, only for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-member ring, one side NH, second side N, CH3. Okay, CH3, because here double bond attached, so CH2, and then its name, 3-letter symbol, and then capital I, its code. Then proline is C, properly you see, because this structure is different from other. COOH, this is the carbon, this carbon of the 5-member ring, this carbon attached one side hydrogen, one side COOH, NH, and then CH2. Okay, this is the proline, and then 3 symbol letter pro, and then capital P. Okay, so these 20 total natural amino acid given in your book. So only for you learn symbol and code. Okay. Essential amino acid, small a, entire structure. Okay, clear? And then here you see star given, that is mean it's essential amino acid. Okay. Then classification of the amino acid. Classification of the amino acid. So amino acid generally classified. Classification of the amino acid. Amino acid generally classified as acidic, basic, and neutral. Okay, but depending upon the number of the amino acid and the carboxylic group. Okay, if here you see equal number of amino and carboxylic groups make it neutral. Okay, amino acid and carboxylic groups equal, so that is means it's neutral. More number of the amino than carboxylic groups make it basic, and then more carboxylic group, that is means amino group, so make it acidic. Okay, so the amino acid which can be synthesized in the body are known as essential amino acid, non-essential. Okay, and on other hand, those which cannot be synthesized in the body but must be obtained through diet are known as essential amino acid. Okay, so star here given asterisk, we have to say asterisk. So this is way it is essential amino acid, so it is only for obtained through diet. Okay, so there are according to the nature, so there are 3 categories: acidic, basic, or neutral, and then on the basis of the synthesized 2 types: non-essential and essential. Essential, non-essential, which can be synthesized in the body automatically, okay, or known as non-essential. Another way, those which cannot be synthesized in the body but must be obtained through diet, so we have to say essential. Okay, and equal number of the amino and carboxylic group, so it is neutral. And then amino acid maximum, so that is means acidic, basic, and then carboxylic group is compared in amino acid, so make it acidic. Here you see amino acids properties is colorless, crystalline solids, water soluble, high melting solids, and behave like salt rather than simple amines or carboxylic acid. Okay, and simple amines and carboxylic acid, because this behavior is due to the presence of the both acidic carboxylic group and basic amino group in the same molecule. So that reason, okay, so in aqueous solution the carboxylic group lost a proton, and amino acid can accept a proton in one molecule. so giving rise to a dipolar ion, so known as Zweiter ion. Okay, and Zweiter ion is neutral but contains both positive and negative charge. Okay, this is the main basic concept. Here you see RCHNH2CO. This is the one functional group, carboxylic group, and second one amino group. Okay, so both are present in amino acid. So if we take aqueous solution, so aqueous solution we have take, so as carboxylic group given H plus proton and NH2 accept. Okay, so accept, so COO minus and NH2 accept one hydrogen but gives its electron. Okay, so NH3 plus and then COO minus. This is the Zweiter ion, and both positive and negative ion present. Okay, and accept the proton and then don't lose the proton. So it is the dipolar ion, so it is known as Zweiter ion. Okay, and in Zweiter ionic form, amino acids show amphoteric behavior as they react both with acid and base. Okay, exception like glycine amino acid. Okay, otherwise all other naturally occurring alpha amino acid are optically active. Okay, only 4 exception glycine, otherwise all other naturally occurring alpha amino acid are optically active. Since the alpha carbon atom is asymmetric, so these exist both in capital D and L. So most naturally occurring amino acid have L configuration. Which configuration? L configuration. Okay, and L amino acid are represented by the writing NH2 group on left hand side. Okay, so all most naturally occurring amino acid L configuration, and L amino acid are represented by writing NH2 group on left hand side. Okay, clear? Here you see CH2 COOH NH2. So NH2 we have to write left hand side. So this is the L configuration, L amino acid. Okay, then after structure of the proteins. Okay, 2 proteins are the polymer of the amino acid. Okay, so 2 amino acid combined. Here you see NH2 CH2 COOH. Okay, so here you see this is the amino acid NH2CH CH3 COOH. This is the also amino acid. So both amino acid, here you see this one OH and this NH2H. Water out, remove. So then both are combined, NH2 CH2 CO, then NH CH CH3 COOH. So CONH bond, this is the amide form and this is the peptide linkage. Okay, this is the glycine and this is the alanine. So glycine first 3 letter symbol is gly, and then alanine first 3 letter symbol is ala. Okay, and both are combined, so glycyl alanine. Both are glycine and alanine combined, so glycyl alanine, and symbol is gly of glycine, ala of alanine. Okay, and whenever both units are connect, so CONH, it is amide way, and it's also we have to say peptide linkage. Okay, clear? So see, structure of the proteins. Proteins are the polymers of the alpha amino acid. Okay, they are connected to each other by peptide bond, otherwise peptide linkage. Peptide linkage is an amide formed between carboxylic group and NH2 group. Here you see carboxylic group and then NH2 group. Okay, the reaction between 2 molecules of the same, otherwise different amino acid. Okay, so this result in the elimination of the water molecule and the formation of the peptide bond CONH. Okay, the product of the reaction is called a dipeptide because it is made up of 2 amino acid. Okay, whenever 2 amino acid combine, so product of the reaction is called dipeptide. Okay, example, when carboxylic group of the glycine combined with the amino acid of the amino group of the alanine. So the 2 amino acid combined, So that is means this is the dipeptide. Okay, clear? Then if third amino acid combine to a dipeptide, so product is called tripeptide. Okay, clear? So tripeptide, here you see two amino acid combined, so one peptide linkage. Okay, but two amino acids, so dipeptide, but one peptide linkage. Okay, clear? So in dipeptide 2 units, so 3 amino acid combines to a dipeptide, so product is tripeptide. Peptide contains 3 amino acid and linked by 2 peptide linkage. Okay, like 4, 5 and 6 amino acid are linked, so products are known as tetrapeptide, pentapeptide and hexapeptide. Okay, and when the number of the such amino acid is more than 10, okay, when more than 10 amino acid are combined, so product are called polypeptide. Okay, polypeptide with more than 100 amino acid residues having molecular mass higher than 10,000 mu, so is called M protein. This is the definition of protein. What is a protein? A polypeptide with more than 100 amino acid. How many? 100 amino acid, more than 100 amino acid combined together and having molecular mass higher than 10,000 mu. Molecular mass higher than 10,000 mu. So it's called protein. Okay, and the distinction between a polypeptide and a protein is not very sharp. Okay, that is the difference between a polypeptide and a protein is not very sharp. Okay, then polypeptide with fewer amino acids are likely to be called proteins if they ordinarily have a well-defined conformation of protein, such example insulin, and which contains 51 amino acids. Okay, so insulin ordinarily it is a protein's way, well-defined conformation of the protein, example insulin, because it is contain only 51 amino acid. Okay, clear? So again I say like 2 amino acid are combined, so water remove, so CONH peptide bond are formed, peptide linkage we have to say, 2 unit amino acids combined, so it is not, product are formed dipeptide. 3 amino acid combined, so 2 linkage, but 3 in the product way, so tripeptide. Okay, and more than 10, so polypeptide, more than 100. Okay, for 51 amino acid contained as example of protein insulin. Okay, clear? Then next, proteins are classified into 2 types, fibrous proteins and second one globular proteins. Okay, fibrous proteins and second one is globular proteins on the basis of the molecular shape. Classified into 2 types on the basis of their molecular shape. First is fibrous proteins and second one is globular proteins. Okay, first is fibrous proteins. Fibrous proteins when the polypeptide chains run parallel and held together by hydrogen and disulfide bonds. Okay, then fiber like structure are formed when the polypeptide chains run parallel and held together hydrogen and disulfide bonds, then fiber like structure form, so such proteins are insoluble in water, examples keratin, and keratin present in hair, wool, silk, and second one example myosin present in muscles. Okay, clear? Again I say fibrous protein, this classification based on the molecular shape. So fibrous protein, that is means when the polypeptide chains run parallel and held together by hydrogen and disulfide bond. Okay, and then fiber like structure is formed. These such proteins are insoluble in water, example keratin present in hair, wool and silk, and then second one myosin present in the muscle. Second types of proteins, globular protein. Second types of proteins on the basis of their molecular shape. First is fibrous protein and second one is globular proteins. Globular proteins, this structure results when the chains of the polypeptides coil around to give a spherical shape. Here you see this way. Okay, coil shape, and this gives a spherical shape. Okay, so these globular proteins, this structure result when the chains of the polypeptides coil around to give a spherical shape, and this is the soluble in water, but fibrous protein insoluble in water, but globular proteins soluble in water. Okay, insulin and albumins are example of the globular proteins. So examples of the insulin and albumins of the globular proteins. So structure and shape of the proteins can be studied at 4 different levels. First is primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. Each level being more complex than the previous one. Okay, so globular proteins, whenever chains of polypeptides coil around to give a spherical shape, and these are usually soluble in water. Insulin and albumin its example. Then after, structure and shape of proteins can be studied at 4 different levels: primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary, and each level more be complex comparison than previous one. First is primary structure of the proteins. Primary structure of the proteins, one or more polypeptide chains. Proteins may have one or more polypeptide chains, so it is primary structure. But each polypeptide in a protein has amino acids linked with each other in a specific sequence, and in this it is the sequence of the amino acid, so it is known as primary structure of that protein. Okay, so the sequence of the amino acids created different types of proteins. Okay, any change in this primary structure, so that is means sequence of the amino acids create different protein. So primary structure of proteins, so proteins may have one or more polypeptide chain, and each polypeptide in a protein has amino acids linked with each other in a specific sequence, and this sequence of the amino acid, it is said to be the primary structure of that protein. Any change in this primary structure, so that is means the sequence of the amino acids create a different protein. Then second types of secondary structure of proteins. Secondary structure of the proteins refers to the shape in which a long polypeptide chain can exit. Okay, refers to the shape in which a long polypeptide chain can exit. They are found to be exit in 2 different types of structure: alpha helix, and second one is beta plated sheet structure. Okay, so 2 types of different types of structure: alpha helix and beta plated sheet structure. And these structure arises due to the regular folding of the backbone of the polypeptide chain, and due to the hydrogen bonding between CO and NH group of the peptide bond. So 2 reasons. Okay, first is regular folding of the backbone of the polypeptide chain, and second one is hydrogen bonding between CO and NH groups of the polypeptide bond. So see the structure, alpha helix structure of the proteins. So here you see this is one coiled structure, and here you see CO, and then here you see OH and then CO. And here you see NH and then CO, NH and then CO. So bonding between the oxygen and hydrogen. Okay. See, this is the alpha helix, beta alpha helix. Okay, is one of the most common ways in which a polypeptide chain forms all possible hydrogen bond by twisting into a right-handed screw. Right-handed screw, and screw also we have to say helix, with the NH and then CO bond. Okay, NH group of each amino acid, residue hydrogen bonded to CO group of the adjacent turn of the helix. Okay, clear? Then second one is, this is the beta plated sheet structure. This is the beta plated structure. You see RCH, upper side NH and then downside CO. Then second molecule of the RCH NHCO. So one amino acid NH and then second amino acid is CO. Attach and then bond by hydrogen bond. Okay, so it is joined together, but this way, plate like. One plate, second plate and third plate. So beta plate sheet structure. Okay, so all peptide chains are stretched out to the nearly maximum extension and then laid side by side, which are held together by intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Okay, and this is the structure resemble the plated fold of drapery and therefore is known as beta plated sheet. Okay, again I say secondary structure of the proteins, okay, refer to the shape in which a long polypeptide chain can exit. Two different types of structure, alpha helix and beta plated sheet structure. Okay, and these structure arises due to the regular folding of the backbone of the polypeptide chain due to the hydrogen bonding between CO and NH group of the peptide bond. Alpha helix is the one most common way. Okay, and polypeptide chain forms all possible hydrogen bonds by twisting into a right-handed screw. Also we have to say a helix. So NH group of each amino acid, residue hydrogen bonded to the CO of the adjacent turn of the other helix. Okay, then beta plated sheet structure. You see this beta plated, so easy structure only for the C RCH NHCO. So this carbon form other NH, this one molecule, and this is the another molecule. See, okay, so easily one oxygen attached their second side, here and nitrogen attached their second side. Clear? So in beta plated sheet structure, all peptide chains are stretched out to nearly maximum extension means the maximum bonding, and then laid side by side, which are held together by intermolecular hydrogen bonds. Okay, so plated folds of drapery and therefore is known as beta plated sheet. Okay, so tertiary structure of protein, next topic I will be explained in next video. Thank you so much.